Go. 5 down, 2 to go. All right. Let's get the YouTube chat pulled up. There we go. And we finally get to load into the priest today. Super excited for this. Let's mute there, pull up YouTube chat. And we're gaming. We are gaming. Okay. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna be doing the Oracle Disc Priest. Because the way that we're going to have to do this priest grind is, I think it's going to be best if we like turbo blast one of the two specs, obviously the better one at first. So we're going to blast the disc priest, and then we're going to use the success, use the keys, the IO that the disc priest has to then blast the holy priest shortly after. So I think that's the best way. That's what we've been doing season to season. I've noticed that the priest is the easier grind because of that fact. Because it basically, you unlock the second spec by doing the first spec, you know? So we're going to just push our own key as much as we can. We have a Floodgate 13, which is perfect. I definitely think that this character is a little under-geared. However, we're abusing Oracle Disc Priest to kind of gain a few free item levels from our shields, you know? So, should be fine. Ooh, a Windwalker Monk. Ooh, and a Mage. Very nice. And a Warrior. We take that. Pretty good people to start off. Yeah, I really do enjoy playing Oracle Disc Priest, honestly. Like, as much as I meme on it, or I guess memed on it last season, it's a really good time. But let's go ahead and get some enchants, I guess, before I forget. Looks like a lot of our gear slots are just lacking, man. Like, lacking pretty hard. Oh, did I post in Discord? I did not. Aha, let me hit enter. Okay. There we go. Posted it in Discord. What do I need? I need a spell thread and a chest enchant. Ooh, that's nice. I have 2 mythic track pieces there. And a fiery resolve. Fiery resolve. We need a spell thread. Spell thread. I think it's this one would be nice, but I don't really need the mana. I want the stamina, so we're gonna take the sunset. And then what else do I need? Crystalline. We can just do line rad. That'll take us there. That's all the enchants I really care to get. I don't really have solid rings yet, so I don't really care to get ring enchants just yet. Probably could get the avoidance enchants too if I wanted to. Oh boy, these bags. What on earth? Free at last, free at last. Thank God. For real. Dude, honestly, so, you know, we did our keys last night, and then this morning I was just like, I just sat in a queue for a bit, and I got into a 12 floodgate, and it went so smooth. Like, just so smooth. So I was like, screw it. I recorded a bit of it so I can, like, put it in the video, but oh my goodness, man. I do not ever want to log into that character again. You know what's a shame is it's almost as geared as my monk is. So like if Scott like wanted to, we probably could like double Prevoker Dementius just because it's broken. But I don't know, man. I do not want to play that spec. Plus, dude, I'm cranking in raid right now. Ever since I swapped to oh dang, I was gonna take Chad. Ever since I swapped to the other build, the what's it called? The Chiji build, dude, I've cooked up a build. My build is sick in raid. I think I want to make a video on it. Like I'll say like sure it probably doesn't have the same like ceiling, like the same heights as the Yulon build, but man, it is fantastic. It's consistent. Going crazy. Speed running all of a sudden? I don't know about that, man. But we do have to get this. We do have to get this over with soon because you know, I don't want to make Vlad wait on me, even though we kind of already am. Kind of already am. But yeah, the priest. Honestly, I do expect the priest to go a lot quicker than most, just because we're not going to sit in queues as long because one, we're a disc priest, so people are going to want us, and two, after we get the disc priest done, the holy priest will show that I have a bunch of IO from the disc grind, so people will like invite me to keys that I've already timed, you know. But yeah, we basically just have the two. Well, not basically. We do just have the two priest specs. The downside is our gear, and I was looking. I don't have a lot of gilded because I think this character I've done like a key on each week, so I don't really have that many gilded saved up, which is a little bad. Because what I really want to do is I really want to craft gear on this character. Just craft an embellished weapon and just go to town, you know. Maybe even a ring to replace this tenure ring. But Oracle Disc Priest. Oracle is very fun. It's very chill. Yeah, the gear is definitely pretty oof. Build sounds fun. You talking about gaming that trinket since it doesn't require much mana was neat. Dude, I really think it would make an interesting video, and I think like there's a lot of people that love playing Chi-Ji in Raid, and I feel like that trinket alone can be a reason to play it, you know, if you're someone who has that trinket. So I think I might make a video on that like over the weekend. I'll have to caution people because I know if I don't mention, if I say like, oh, this build's really good, people will be like, so you're saying it's better than Yulon? Like, no. But for me it is because I don't like Yulon. Alright, let's blast this key, man. We've got a plus 13 floodgate. We're on the Oracle Disc Priest. We can sigh of relief. The Evoker's done. I did two keys, one with Nick, one without Nick, off stream. We literally tried two floodgates last night. Both were cursed. Just take a deep breath. We are on the priest. The end is in sight. We just gotta stick it out and just blast, man. Just gotta and have fun. Honestly, I need to get back to having fun with this challenge because that does make it go by quicker, and I play better when I have fun. All right, so I'm gonna do another ready check just because that guy wasn't here. Also, who would you guys... I think this is an Arcane Mage. Who would y'all PI here? I think my default's going to try to be this guy, but I really do think in AoE I probably should PI the Windwalker, and then in single target I should do the Mage. But I'm not too sure. I think, like, I love having a Paladin when I play my Priest because Paladins are always just such a good PI target because they, like, always have wings ready or some kind of cooldown. And they also just, like, have a really good damage profile where they can burst, like, at any point. So, but it's not, like, super high burst compared to other specs. It's just solid burst. That's not a good way to start. I just stood in that. Oh, and I'm getting targeted. Oh my goodness. It's okay. We bounce back. We're fine. Just go ahead and do one of these. So here the reason why I PI'd the Arcane Mage is because although it's heavy AoE, oh goodness. Although it's heavy AoE, I really want that Shredinator to die because when the Shredinator dies is when we finish this pool. It's not when we kill everything. It's literally, we just sit here and wait on the Shredinator to die most of the time. So the more funnel we can have, the better. And now looking at the damage charts, I don't know what happened with this Arcane Mage's damage, but he is not the PI target. Oh, tank, live. Yikes. Okay, if our Arcane Mage can't do crazy things inside of Lust with PI... Like, he almost got out damaged by the Prot Warrior. I don't like that. Ah! Also, this Windwalker Monk has a Pokemon name, so we're already best friends. Monk's a big haste class, if I recall. Yeah, they've recently swapped to haste pretty heavily, so I know they're going to be a good target in AoE. But I really thought that, like, I do think Arcane Mage was the play there with it being semi, like, that was an AoE pool, but it was a really big priority target pool. So I really thought the Arcane would be a good person to PI, but I guess not, man. But okay, the Arcane Mage might, like, steady around, like, 9 million DPS. What? So did the Arcane Mage just sit on their cooldowns? What is going on? No, because they definitely popped their cooldown because I had my PI helper tell me to PI them. Let's go ahead and pop Premonition. This is the one of healing. So this Premonition is really cool, and it's really cool with Holy Priest because it basically I'm gonna PI the guy. Anytime that or any healing that you do is like it's amplified and it's like replicated, kind of splashing onto like spilling out onto nearby allies, which is really cool for Holy Priest because you can do a pretty cool ramp where you'll press Premonition and then you'll put your little Spirit Guardian on yourself, which makes you take a ton more healing. Basically, it's basically your external, but it makes you take a ton more healing, then you just slam heals into yourself, and you basically do so much AoE. What are all these Pokemans the younglings be talking about? Oh, man. You missed out. Your generation, man, let me tell you. Is that the same mage from that one Priory you and Goust did? No, no. So this mage has like 3k IO. That mage had, one, he had way less gear. And two, he had his friend to get him into groups. This guy at least doesn't have his friend to get him into groups. Oof. I was gonna do a big damage ramp here, trying to use my atonement for healing, but I got hooked. So let's use the shield premonition to shield the mage. I gotta get some dots out. I am low on mana, so I really want this guy to drop some mana food. I do have four mana foods myself, but you know, if I can get some mana from the boys, I'd rather do that. You know, it's kind of a shame that like the super crazy Biss trinket was a raid only trinket, because none of my alts got that trinket, but it would have been really fun to do this challenge with all my characters having the Lumithars. How come you're not playing Voidweaver? Spec, isn't it stronger? I mean, it has its pluses and minuses. Like, it struggles with some healing mechanics. I would definitely think that it's stronger in this dungeon. This dungeon needs a lot of AoE, like, steady healing, whereas some dungeons, like, do a lot of single target spot damage, like Halls of Atonement, and, that build kind of struggles with that. The reason why I'm not playing Voidweaver is because, I don't have a lot of haste. Like, I really don't have a lot of haste, and Voidweaver is very heavily scaled off of your own haste. Without a lot of haste, it does, like, nothing. Like, it's really bad. Which have I done? I've done everything except for the priests. So now we are on the final character. 2 specs, though. We're going to attempt to do Holy and Disc. And by attempt, I mean we're going to do it. I don't know why I said attempt. But yeah, really, it comes down to my haste. Yeah, you need lots of haste. I've been trying to gear up my haste, so I have 18% now, but even with 18%, I'm still way too low to even, like, try that build. But, like, I've done a few keys with Voidweaver. It's severely lacking without haste. But, I mean, we could still do it, but, like, look how slow my smite casts are. Like, it definitely is much worse when you're Voidweaver. Golly, that thing chunked me. Okay, I'm gonna do my big damage atonement heal here, just to get some damage off on this fight. Basically like a little Voidweaver-esque damage moment. Oh god, this is gonna... There's no way I could get to anything. I was just trapped, man. That was really bad. That's okay. We can fade, we're fine. I do think Oracle's really good in this dungeon, though. Because this build does do a lot of good AoE healing as well. But it also does a like really good spot healing, and I think this. Oh, he ran into a bomb. This dungeon does. Oh, I just put my feather up on the ceiling. That's pretty cringe. This dungeon does require quite a bit of single target healing. Oh god, can I get there? Don't shoot me, Kiza. Alright, we recover. Yeah, kind of one thing that I like about this priest is that you can bounce around in builds. Like, both builds are very different, and you can kind of play either of them and it'd be fine. Okay, that's a lot better that I'm like right next to one. I try to stay on Bront though. I know he's higher health. I feel like everyone's about to swap to Kiza, and the little damage that I do should probably go into the one that's gonna live longest. Okay, we're gonna shout out to Diffuse Magic. It's Evangelism, we're fine, we're living. Pop defensives. Very nice. I'm just I typed mage foo. Meant mage food, but did no one click this? Okay. I'm gonna have to buff once we get over there. Like, I have plenty of mage food, or I have plenty of mana food, but I would like some mage food. Save on that massive gold. Okay, we're rebuffed. Good rop. Try to play kind of close in here. Let's go on Psychic Scream. Get it out of the way so I can just focus on dodging from here on out. Right, we got our cooldown premonition. I could just go ahead and send it on damage. Oh my goodness. Just want to cast. Really? There's no way. What? I said, why? We don't have a DK. Oh, is he just mad that we pulled the... Yeah, what is this pool, by the way? It's a good point, but still, like... This is definitely a chaos pool. But I also just wasted my PI. Because I hit the paladin right before he died. But one thing that I really like about Oracle is that you can do a lot of healing on the move. Like, whenever you premonition, your next Radiance is it's instant cast, so you can cast it on the move. But also you can use the free cooldowns to do some penances and run around and heal and stuff. So that's just a really nice, like, reliable healing profile, you know? It is very mana intensive though, as we're finding. So I'm gonna go ahead and inch my way toward the boss room and click my mana food. I'm gonna have to rebuff once again. So you have this and HPAL left? No, we have this and Holy Priest left, so both priest specs. Seems like Oracle's going good. Yeah, Oracle's pretty solid. Pretty solid, no complaints here. Like, I enjoy the playstyle. If we get some dumb pugs, then you know what? We get some dumb pugs. What can you do, right? So I have Healing Premonition. I'm going to try to PI and Healing Premonition this intermission. I'm not going to PI now. I'm going to selfishly PI for damage, or for healing purposes. So let's pop Fade, let's PI. Premonition. We can just spam penances around. I'm gonna go ahead and evangelism just for safety, and very nice. Okay. For this little ad phase, I'm gonna use my little void bender guy, mind bender. I'm gonna mind blast something. Ooh, definitely need to help the tank. So for this next one, I have barrier. I also have ultimate penitence, but I think I'm gonna barrier and like double premonition maybe. Are we gonna make it in time is the question. I don't really have a good way to get out of that little circle, so I am like being deathly afraid of it. Let's go and mind blast this. We need this guy to die. I'm gonna go ahead and premonition of shielding myself. Let's go on ultimate penitence. Very nice. I didn't even fade before that. I knew that I would get you get a big shield when you press ultimate penitence, but I did not use it. I think we're on boss here. Yeah, someone's blasting in a boss because it's already lost 3% health from the start of this phase. So I will also join in that and hope that the rest of the DPS kind of catch on. Oof. Use our big damage thing. Okay, so I have evangelism and PI going upstairs. I'm not going to PI now. Although, you know what? It'll guarantee that we kill Big Mama before she phases. Because it's getting kind of close now. I can Mind Blast, use my Execute. Come on, Big Mama, die. Very nice. Okay, gonna go click this. Looks like they're gonna go and pull without me, so good luck, team. Yeah, what are they doing? Okay. I am also a disc priest, so I'm not gonna be able to heal them up in time. So I have premonition for an instant radiance, premonition, evangelism. So premonition. I'm gonna go ahead and external the tank. So that was my good premonition. Next up's cooldown, so I can just spam penances around, which is pretty nice. Ooh. Let's go ahead and pop it. Need our tank living. I need to not have to worry about my tank's health bar on these fools. I am out of pain suppressions, though. He has gotten all of them. Let's help the monk, because he's standing in all the loader bots. Alright, we've made it through this section of the dungeon, though. Love to see it. Who was here for the Derek video? Were any of you guys here when we made that? Also, Sarfun. I don't know why it didn't show me, but Sarfun with the sub. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the support. You were amazing. Hopping on a work call. Good luck, Nick. I appreciate you, man. Good luck on the work call. Hopefully you get like 3 promotions in one. Ooh, I probably shouldn't have fallen this way. I'm just gonna like Psychic Scream when I land, maybe? I'm definitely going to PI. I want these guys to die super fast. There's a Psychic Scream. Use my damage button. I've also popped my defensive. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put barrier down. These kelps are very scary, I think. And I think with premonition, we have so many like cooldowns to kind of cycle through. Because each premonition is basically a cooldown in itself. So I think we're okay on Swamp Face. My only concern is mana, to be honest. Go ahead and pop Fate again. Fate is so strong, dude. You know, Priest is... I was about to make a comment on my survivability. Holy. I was about to say, you know, Priest is really squishy, but they have so many good, like, passive mitigators. That's what I was literally about to say, but of course, as I say that, my passive mitigators fell off. Like, my Fate had just fallen off. I didn't have a flash heal out, so... Big sad, man. I shouldn't have even tried to say anything. Got him? I know, right? Oh, man. It's just karma for karma's sake. I'm gonna have to rebuff. Ooh. Game stuttered a bit. I'm gonna ping the mage just so he buffs me. Let's watch out for the bombs. Ooh. I'm gonna type AI. Oh. AI. Thank you. Alright, so I just shielded myself. Hopefully the tank doesn't die to one shot here. Here I have Premonition of Healing. Okay, pop Premonition. Now I'm just going to spam Penances. It's good to fuse magic. I am not going to PI. I'm going to once again PI defensively on this fight. I feel like these fights are like fine to PI defensively, which what I mean by that is use my PI in a moment that I need healing, not as much as when they need damage. So, okay, so now I'm going to PI. So I have Evangelism for this one. I also have Premonition of Shielding, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that and shield the Paladin, who I believe is the tankier of the 3 DPS, so that way I just get to fixate on the other two. We have Evangelism. Let's get ready to pop it. Pop Fade just to close out this. Ooh. Why'd I pop Fade? Okay, what do I have here? I have Uppies. And then that way I can sit on this Premonition cooldown. Let's go on Penance. Gonna Uppies. I hope that's enough, dude. Uppies always surprise me. Honestly, how weak it is. Shield the tank. Ooh, I'm glad I did, dude. The tank took a smack there. So now we have big Premonition. I'm going to pop it now. Ooh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, we're going to wait a few seconds, then we're going to pop it again. Let's go ahead and big Premonition. So the mage is covered because he got that whole, the big shield part of Premonition. I'm going to have to do what I can to help the tank. He's going through it right now. What do I have here? I have Barrier. And Premonition. So we're going to pop Premonition, shield a bunch. That's the worst barrier I've ever seen. What am I doing? I didn't even look at the boss's health. I was just in swamp face mode, dude. That's seriously the worst barrier ever. Okay, I'm not going to eat food here. I'm going to risk it. Food. I can't type. I've tried to type food twice, and I've typed FOD and foo, but not food. Okay, the mage got the message. I'm going to PI here. Sent it on the Paladin. Foo and FOD. I'm going to Psychic Scream that, which we overlap with Sweep. That's okay. Also, for some reason, my Mass Dispel button's not working, which really hurts on pulls like this, because I would love to dispel the tank and a DPS at the same time, or at least be free to dispel the tank and have Mass Dispel for a DPS. But I don't know what's up with my Mass Dispel. I'm going to have to fix it after this key. Am I talented into it? I don't know. I think so. I think I saw it. It's like a purple little swirly. Okay, our tank's going to take a moment to collect this pack and move into that room. So I'm going to try to get some mana back here. Probably get all of it, I guess. I got most of it. Our mage is stunned because I'm back here. It's okay. He doesn't die to that. Doesn't have his defensive yet either. So I had to waste premonition here just because I'm late, but it was worth it, I think. Ooh. It's both of my defensives. Let me get some dots out just so we have some passive atonement healing. Then we can penance. Ooh. That was a really awkward, you know, stack of their cones, but that's okay. Hey, this at least gives me time to... I was going to say, like, if we let the paladin res, then I can just fully top up my mana. Psychic Scream those. I'm going to shield myself because I'm getting cast on. I'm also going to pop Fade. It's a low cooldown. It's looking like Tank's going to pull ahead. No, so we're going to top up here. What do I have? Premonition of Shielding ready. Evangelism's ready.
Empower.
Yikes, that got hella close. That cast nuked me. Who did I PI? I think I PI'd the Windwalker here, so if you want to watch damage, see if that PI was worth it, you can let me know. I would say it's a fine PI. Obviously, this Red Paladin just, like I said, dude, they just always do a bunch of damage, so it's hard to tell. Here, I'm going to try to just uppies and, like, Premonition cycle. Like, right here, we have the big one. Let's go ahead and Premonition. I'm going to sit here a bit and just AFK for a second. Whoa! Hey, Illyrian, I see your message. Give me a moment. I promise I'll get to it. I apologize. We're at, like, the stressful part of the dungeon, so just, I know the moment I'd, like, look away, I die. That's how it always works, right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and uppies. Okay, we're down to one jump starter. I'm going to ping myself so he lets me just get mana here. Because we have 7.5 minutes. We have so much time. Just want to top up mana. Make sure that that isn't even a concern. We are at 99% though, I'm noticing. I'm going to also refort buff. Oh no, we just went ahead and pulled. Just spam shields around with Premonition. We've got the cooldown Premonition going. So next up we have the healing premonition. I kind of want to save it for the next, like the next phase, the next big damage amp phase. So here I'm just gonna like penance and shield. I'm gonna external one person, and then just penance and shield. That way I get to save my cooldown. So I basically just traded a cooldown moment for an external. I'm also gonna PI now. I feel like this is good damage uptime on a melee DPS. Let me get one of these far ones because everyone went left. Dude, my mana is already super sus. I'm going to use my damage thing because it gives me a little bit of mana back. Pop Fade here. Whoa. Our Windwalker popped his defensive late. Okay, now we have Premonition of big healing. Spam penances around. Just gotta smite spam a bit. We have a shield premonition, which is fantastic for this two-person soak. I'm gonna fade, pop premonition, heal myself, and then that puts a giant shield on myself, and then I just get to spam heals on the other person. A really good way to deal with that mechanic. So I was trying to line up my premonitions nicely. So now we don't have like a premonition for this intermission, but we do have. Oh, that's a rhyme. Interesting. It's like release your premonitions. Oh man, if I was a priest main, I would have made a music video to release your premonitions. I need to external the tank here, which is kind of awkward. Okay, I have barrier and evangelism. I'm gonna ping melee so everyone knows to kind of get in melee. The mage did not get the memo, but that's okay. Just evangelismed him. Okay, now I get to smite spam a bit. My mana is fine now. The boss is about to die. Could use my damage button too. I'm gonna shield the tank here. We're blasting. Use my defensive after it. Yeah, we need percent, so our tank's running away. And these people didn't, the monk didn't even realize we were low on percent. That's fine. Clean, clean. Yeah, but we do need one more percent, but that's okay. That's okay. Disc and what is missing, Martine? It is Holy Priest. So both priest specs, as Marcel's saying. Also, I'll get to your message, Illyrian. I still have not forgotten. I promise. I promise. Let's just kill this. I'll PI this guy. Shield him. Oh, I'm killing the wrong guy, so I'm going to kill this guy instead. Ooh, there we go. Nice way to start the stream, man. Nice way to start the stream. I appreciate your patience, Illyrian. So, Illyrian says, hey, first time really watching the stream in any way. I've enjoyed the YouTube vids a good bit, but I'm curious. I haven't played Disc in a couple of years. Why are you using Flash Heal so much instead of DPSing to get Atonement Healing? So, there's two builds that you can go with Disc Priest. One is you do play into your atonement builds a lot, which is the Void Weaver. So like this scales your damage a lot. Oracle, this one doesn't really scale your damage outside of like one talent that much. So like your damage isn't super insane. So you can rely on it a bit more, but it's a lot slower to kind of move health bars. But this build is really about like giant shields and then shock healing with your penances and stuff. And the reason why, like, I'll use my, like, instant flash heals a lot, the ones that you'll see, like, lines here, because they're instant, they just heal a bunch. But really, it's because you're shielding, like, two people, and then the other two people will take big damage, so you don't really need to atonement heal to cleave those two people up. Instead, you can just, like, flash heal them instantly. Plus, there's a talent here. If you haven't seen it, there's a pretty cool talent that, it's a combo. So, when you cast flash heal on yourself, you'll take 10% less damage for 10 seconds. That's a 10% mitigation that you can basically have up 100% of the time. I just smacked my computer. But notice it says cast on yourself. You actually don't need to cast Flash Heal on yourself because, let's see if I can find it. There's a pretty cool talent. Okay. So whenever you Flash Heal someone else, you'll also get Flash Healed by 20%, and that works. This triggers this. So basically, as long as you're flash healing like once every 10 seconds, you're just 10% tankier. So it's a really cool way to kind of passively stay tanky. But if you look at our overall healing, it's mostly penance, it's mostly shield. We do have some passive atonement healing, but that's just from me dotting up things and the occasional penance bolt hitting enemies. But then outside of that, flash heal is a good chunk. So it's kind of like it's a kind of specific to this build, but like I said, if I played the Void Weaver build, Void Weaver plays into Atonement so much more because you're taking things like Atonement heals for 5% more when activated by shadow spells. You're also taking a stronger summon to help you do more damage. Like you're really building into your Void damage, and all Void Weaver does is just buff your Void damage. So that's the more like Atonement heavy build. This build can get pretty Atonement heavy. Like you can, if I lean into this cooldown here, a bit more, like that's a pretty good time that I'm using Atonement for healing and stuff. So this build's kind of all over the place, but mostly it's like you shield people, you penance them back up, and then you get some passive Atonement healing from it. Okay, so we just absolutely destroy the 13. Absolutely destroy the 13 with this low of item level. So you know what? We take it and we keep slamming. What key did we get? Ooh, 14 Ecodome. Apparently I haven't done a super good Ecodome yet. Oh yeah, Void Weaver's super sick. The reason why I'm not playing Void Weaver is because I had my character geared for this build last season, and this season I haven't really gotten much good Void Weaver gear. So the reason why I say I don't have good Void Weaver gear is because I don't have a lot of haste. And the other build, you want to pop your Mindbender and then just slam smites like left and right. Like you just want to spam smite. That way everyone's health bar is constantly moving up. But if you have low haste, it's like really slow between smites. So everyone's health bar goes like that, and it's just a lot more risky. So if I had more haste, I'd definitely go Void Weaver. But until then, kind of stuck with this build. And I just got a pair of boots. It's Gonna take even more of our haste away, but we wear them. Yeah, honestly, I do enjoy this build. Like, it might look lame, but it's actually a really good time. Ooh, have a pair of gloves I never equipped. Might as well check every slot now. 704, 723, that's got to be our highest. I should probably get the big fibers, too. 701. Okay, I think that's everything. Our ring slot is really dragging us down. I should really craft a ring, but that's okay. All right, let's list this 14 Ecodome. Let's keep blasting. But Ecodome's a great example of a dungeon that I really, really like Void Weaver in, because every single damage instance, except for like maybe the first boss, is AoE. Like everything is AoE. So Void Weaver just like slams it. Void Weaver doesn't even care about this dungeon. Yeah, I think that dungeon was really clean, honestly. Skill Stormin'. Let's get a Frost Death Knight in here. I need to be studying Frost Death Knight. But yeah, like Atonement does a lot of healing over a dungeon. But if you want to keep people safe, you want to top them up quickly, this build is built to do that with penances and power word shields. This guy said, hey, with an exclamation point. I'm going to say, yo, with 3 O's. Yeah, I definitely think I should maybe start a crafting order for the pure fiber. Let's see. Where's the guy? There we go.
I have an extended supply of goods.
Pure. I don't know what it's called. Pure. It's the haste one. Sure, I'll get a hunter in here. So this is what we need. I'll start this. Hopefully someone fills it. I'm going to post it as a public order. I just invited 4 DPS. Grabbed 4 DPS. I am so sorry. It's just only fair to get rid of the last person I got. Oh man, I was really excited to have a shaman though. That's a big old my bad, but I'll do it quick. I'll just kick him super quick just to get it over with. That way he can get back to the finding a key. I feel bad for that though. Okay, what do I need? I need 5 adorning ribbon. How strong is the bonus gem? Like, is it so much stronger that like it's worth me doing this? I mean, so far, all of these pieces are super cheap. Like, I've spent 300 something gold here. Yeah, maybe 400 gold, so it can't be not worth it, right? This thing is super cheap, and it's going to give us a lot of haste and just a stronger cloak, so...
I have an extended supply of
Okay.
goods for outlanders.
I'm going to get the haste one just so that I could potentially play Void Weaver if I wanted to. So public order, commission like, I don't know, 300. I feel like slightly less than what it costs to make it, I guess. And I'm also paying for the stuff, so... I also need to clear out my bags, dude. Look at these bags. They're horrifying. Also, I'm realizing I'm missing a bag. The heck? It's a BOE? I got a BOE from LFR? It's crazy. Wonder if that'll sell. It's a tier piece. Or a canalizable piece. Oh my goodness. When was the last time I deleted piece on this character? This is a Warbound. Warbound. Selling the Mr. Pick Me Up feels bad. I'm gonna miss that guy. Dude, I have so much garbage in these bags. Goodness gracious, man. It's Warbound. Also, one thing I just recently started doing, which I don't know why it took me this long, was putting all of your Warbound stuff in your Warbound bank. I feel like it's so like why wouldn't I do that? Like I just never thought to do this. I don't know why. Oh. Still waiting on a tank. Hey, you just put all your stuff in your Warbound bank, then now on all of your alts you can just load up and look and see if there's anything good for you. Also, I can take all this crap out, right? I can just... Oh. And just sell it. Okay. Let's list this BOE on the auction house, see if anyone wants it.
Step closer and don't mumble. Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Oh, an LFR BOE going for 48k this late into the season. That's insane, dude. I'll take it, man. Please, someone buy that. That's crazy. I could use that gold, too. Oh, man, I saw a buyer has been found for your auction. I was like, oh, it's sold. But no, it's for the Myco Bloom. I'm going to go and be flying to Ecodome. Like I said, I do think Void Weaver is much better equipped for this dungeon, but... Should I just do it? Should I just try it, like, go Void Weaver? What do you guys think? Even with 18% haste? Laser Cookie says yes. I forgot to take my medicine. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, I'll try it, but I'm scared to try it in a 14, you know? Thing is, though, is that it is an 18. I mean, it is an Ecodome. The thing, though, is that, like, Void Weaver does have a very clear weakness. And that is, like, when 1 or 2 people take big chunks of damage, you can't really top them up quickly. And normally it's fine. Normally, you know, with enough practice, you'll learn how to play around that. The downside is, like, this would be, like, my second Void Weaver key all season. So it's I just don't have that practice yet. Feel like it's just more fun. I definitely agree with you. It's more fun when it goes smoothly. When people die left and right, and it just feels bad because they died between your smite casts. You know, that is when it gets less fun. You know what change I think they should make with Disc Priest to make it a lot more fun? So currently, Halo heals everyone that it passes through, but it also will do damage to every enemy that it passes through. However, it'll only proc Atonement for your target. So if you cast Halo and it hits 100 enemies, you'll only get like 1 instance of Atonement healing from Halo. I kind of wish they'd change that. I feel like Halo Atonement should scale with the amount of enemies you hit. Unless they've already done that, but I'm pretty sure they haven't changed that. But making Halo just go crazy with Disc would be super cool. Where are the tanks? I'll just take this guy. He's done a 13 Dawnbreaker. I feel like 13 Dawnbreaker is harder than 14 Ecodome. Practice and getting IO might be too much to ask. I mean, you're right. Okay, I'll go Void Weaver. I'll do it, but just know I'm not going to have a lot of haste. Also, let me go ahead and just check really quick in the mail if my order has been filled. Unfortunately, no. So we're going to do Void Weaver with only 17% haste. It's going to feel really slow. All right, we're doing it. I'm doing it for you, Laser Cookies. I said Laser Cookies because my eyes saw an S, but that's just the second E. Laser Cookie. This build will also be a lot better on mana, too, which is going to be nice. The downside is, like, I'm not going to be able to just shield myself and be instantly tankier. You believe. I appreciate that. Hopefully, your belief is enough. I believe as well. Ooh, someone dropped a feast. They also believe in me. Love to see it. Also, the song that's playing is kind of a jam, but this playlist is about to end, so gotta find another one. I'll try this one. You know what video idea I've kind of been thinking of? So I was talking to one of my friends, I think it might have even been Nick, but I said like the one thing that I struggle with whenever I play one of my tanking alts is I always turn my back to the enemies. And he said, yeah, that's like you learned that in tanking 101, or he said something like that. And it got me thinking, like that alone had me thinking, I feel like that would be such a fun video to make. Or I think a very interesting and informative video too, where I kind of think of like, if you were to take a healing 101 class, like basics of healing, what are like the like 5 pillars of healing? So I'm talking like, what are like the basics that that people learn as healers when they first start playing, or like that they'll hear a streamer say that sticks with them. I am stuttering really bad. I apologize, but like what are the 5 like core principles to healing that like stick with you? So for example, like a dispel is a lot of times your highest healing button, you know, like things like that, like very core things to healing. And that make a fun video. Dodge and use your interrupts and we'll complete this in time. I'll dodge. Can't kick. Oh well. Okay. Everyone's ready, but I don't have Druid buff. Okay, he did symbiotic relationship with me, which is great. I gotta remember, I am playing Void Weaver. I am playing Void Weaver. We got this. I type Mark. He still hasn't pressed Mark. I need that Mark. But I really like this comp because it doesn't really have too much synergy. Like, you don't have like a physical comp going or anything. But this comp, we have Mark for Verse, we have Fort for Stamina, and we have Devo Aura for even more mitigation. Okay. I have just a random thing targeted, but I just have to get into this full. So what I did there was I did like a cool little trick where I basically lay on hands myself. I just shielded myself to apply an atonement to just me, as opposed to like, you know, atomenting everyone. And then I pressed Evangelism, which Evangelism kind of heals like Ancient Teachings, where it's going to heal everyone that has Atonement evenly distributed. So if only one person has Atonement, the whole evangelism goes into that one health bar, so that's why it looked like I got lay on hands there, because I legitimately kind of lay on hands myself. I'm gonna pop my, I don't have fade, so I'm actually just gonna penance here into myself. Need to get out of the habit of trying to shield myself like during downtime. That was a very spooky first pool, but we kind of nailed it. It's really spooky once those mites are kind of jumping around, and I was forced to unmount to pop fade, and then it's kind of like, do I heal myself and risk pulling aggro? But it worked out. Tank's afraid of losing aggro on those guys, I think. Alright, the weird thing here is, like, I do want to save my... Well, I think I Mindbender here once these ads come out. I think I should have Mindbender up for the intermission phase. Yeah, these people don't know where to drop the puddles, which is kind of sus. Which is what the tank's calling them out on. So, if you don't know, these puddles serve a very important purpose where... Whew, in the intermission, the big pulsey damage phase, the boss will spawn like 2 sets of ads, and there's 4 possible spawns. Those possible spawns are in like the cardinal directions of where you come into the room. So like I drop my puddle there because this is a possible spawn. You see, they spawn on top of it. I'm gonna fear them backwards into that puddle. The reason why you want them to go into the puddle is because it slows them. So I basically can't really play around my Mindbender just yet. Okay, it did get feasted. This boss is about to start really hurting because that one ad made it in. So let's see, do they drop them good? Okay, yeah, these puddles are much better. Yeah, I mean, this boss just does so much more damage with just one stack of feast. It's kind of crazy. Okay, I have uppies for this intermission. And then I can, when I land, I can void. I can Mindbender. So let's go into uppies. I actually have evangelism coming off cooldown here.
Empowered. Empowered.
Okay, it did not get buffed, which is good. I need to recenter with the boss. Right here. I think we can kill the boss before it phases again. The boss should be dead by now, but that one feast is just super awkward. Our puddle drops don't really matter as much now. We just kill the boss. Okay. Super chillin'. Our hunter, after the boss died, popped his defensive for a little self-heal. That's crazy. Also, what's up, Fax Mister? I see you redacted your message, but if you wanna, if you want to say something, feel free. Feel 100% free. It's a clean pull, yeah. From the first party, the whole party, the first pull was really good. I'm gonna save my Mindbender for once this guy drops. So, not gonna be blasting this whole pool. Just gonna kind of join the pool later. I had to waste my fade there because I saw that cast was about to go off on me, but someone kicked it last second. I don't like this pool at all. Might even have to go into evangelism. I'll external the tank too. And flash heal, and that way I get some mitigation coming into this big sentinel phase. I need to get this mind blast off. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die, please. Oh, this is just chaos, man. Why did we pull like that? Oh, I did not like that. I don't like that Gorger with the sentinel because that's already so hard to heal. But then he like moved the mini boss out of my range and my mind blast didn't go off. That is really cringe. But like, why do that pool? Why do this pool, man? Like, what was the point of that? I've never seen that pool before. Sentinels are running at us full speed, full health. I think maybe we do vote yes. Ecodome is free for Oracle, sure. I think Ecodome's just free for every healer. But that pool was not it. Also, Hexy, dude, it is very good to see you. It is very good to see you. Dude, that was a chaos pool. Chaos pool indeed. Yeah, I think our haste is still very low, so I was feeling like our ramps just weren't even that strong. But yeah, I'm a big Oracle gamer for sure. Like, I do really like Void Weaver. I just like it feels so bad with low haste. Well, that was a good try, I guess. But that was one of those like super unnecessary pools. We did not need to do that. I'm gonna hearth out and buy some more mana cookies. Good try though, good try. I think so too. It went fine. I want to Void Weave, but Oracle fixed so much clumsiness. Yeah, Oracle just feels like much more clean. Like, it has less weaknesses, but it definitely feels like Void Weaver has some. And right now, the biggest one is just my haste. Like, gotta respect the need for haste. %, it's pug friendly. I definitely think it's more pug friendly than Void Weaver for sure. But that pool was like almost unhealable, especially how he pulled it. It was like the worst time to chain pull because those guys jump into a big smack once you pull them. And it was like as that sentinel was dropping. I think I don't spin crest, I just save up and craft a piece. Alright, we're back in Ecodome. This time we're oracling it up. But what's up, Martine? How are you doing? Hey, everyone. So I go away for 1 week, and now we are 5 down. Let's go. Yes, sir. And we have the priest left, both priest specs, and they're actually kind of close. Actually kind of close. I mean, overall, I'm getting close to 3K, but the numbers that we really want to look at, I actually have them pulled up. To track the priest progress, we actually have to come here and see the individual IO for each spec. And also keep in mind, oh, it is tracked. Yeah, so the disc priest is at 2328. 2328. You know, it might actually be worth it to do this 13 as the holy priest. I've already done a 12 Ecodome as disc priest. Alright, we're back in Ecodome. This is going to be a small upgrade, like only a couple IO points, but it'll be worth it. Oh god, I'm going to have to do Priory again. So the Disc Priest still doesn't have an Arakara. Let's see. Yeah, and the Holy Priest doesn't have an Ecodome. Alright. Let's fort buff. Ready check. Get all of our consumables. Okay, we're back in Oracle Disc Priest mode. Shields and spot heals. Let's do this. What is this buff? I saw Ice Barrier. Ah.
Soulscribe has betrayed us. She broke down our defenses, and her wastelanders are destroying the domes. They must be stopped.
Do we have a Frost Mage?
With our defenses down, there is
I am a fan of Frost Mage.
my people stand no chance.
Empowered.
Sure, I'll PI a Frost Mage, see what they can do. Gonna defensive here because I got gorged. Also, it looks like all these gorges are going off. Use my other premonition. Oh gosh, dude. All of these gorges are going off. They both went on me. Ooh, I'm trying to ping the gorge and I just missed the ping both times. This is gonna really hurt, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna barrier. 5 stacks. Oh god. Yikes.
The devourers seem to be coming from the annex. The sword.
Goodness gracious, man.
The sword scribe.
Ugh. Before I could even put Power Word Shield on him, he died. That's crazy. So I'm noticing people aren't like kicking.
Empowered.
I'm wondering if everyone's been using their defensives. I have not been paying attention. Sure, I'll PI. Gotta get out of this pool, man. Yeah, so far this has been a very cursed start to this dungeon.
Coming up.
I like you even more. I like you even more after finding out you were studying math. Yeah, I actually got my degree in math. Oh, so we had some deaths to aggro there. Apparently, that's what they're typing about. But yeah, I studied math. So I have a video out, Cody, where I basically tried to recreate Mistweaver Monk in Python. So if you like Python or coding or anything, oh god, someone pulled these guys and I have aggro. But if you like coding, like that side of math, I thought that video was really cool. I've actually gone back and rewatched it since, and I think it's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I love math, dude. Absolutely love math. Always have. Like, anytime I was in the car with my mom as a kid, I would get her to just say 2 numbers, and I would give, like, I would say, like, say 2 numbers, and then say, like, either add, subtract, multiply, divide, you know, something like that. She would give me 2 numbers, and then say something like that, and then I would give her, like, try to speed run it. Like, that's just, like, what I thought was fun. I know it's super dorky, but that's just who I am. Okay, here we have Premonition of Shielding, which isn't the best one, but we're going to use it. Ooh, that got really close. I had to swap and do damage to that mite so it would die in time. I had to paints up the tank. Evangelism, like, that kind of sus there. What's up with people not knowing where to drop these things? Like, where's the DH going? Like, why did he drop it there? It's crazy.
It's calling more in.
Why did I get pinged?
Be careful. It's trying to draw you in.
No. It feasted. It ate that one mite. Dude, why are we struggling on Ecodome? This is crazy. Healer, do you know this fight? Yes. What's he talking about? Look, were you dropping the pool? Yeah, well, right there it was a little off, but it's fine. I also just let that guy die because I'm reading.
With everything dead, we can return to the real
I
problem.
mean, yeah, this is definitely an abandonment. What was he? Why was he getting on to me? He's literally laying there dead. Why is he talking to me? I'm at this peak of human brain development, 100%. 100%. What do you think about Mistweaver Monk? Not played it since Dragonflight. Dude, I love Mistweaver Monk. I've had so much fun on mine this season. Kind of wish I played it more this season because it was a pretty fun one once you got used to Master of Harmony. But I've also started playing Master of Harmony Chi-Ji in Raid, and we're currently progging on what's the guy's name? Nexus King. So much fun. Like, such a fun build. Tuned in at a good time to even WoW, bro. He's like, do you know this fight? Look at where you're dropping the thing. But really, it was the DH who was just dropping it, like, in the corner. Like, he wasn't even dropping it in the cross, you know? What does this character need? This character needs an Arakara. So here's the dungeons that we're going to be hunting for. We need to do an Arakara, like, 12. Basically just all of these. We could probably do a 13 Gambit. Probably a 13 Halls. Then we can just get like 12 here. 12 on those. So basically I'm going to filter out Ecodome, Floodgate, Streets. Ecodome, Floodgate, and Streets. Floodgate, Ecodome, Streets. Let's look for 13s. Priory. Oh, I hate that I'm queuing up for a Priory. Makes me want to cry. Dawnbreaker. I need to, in your filter, if you set your minimum rating to 1, it'll filter out all of these 0 IO bots that are just trying to sell runs. We need an Arakara, but I don't even have an Arakara done, so I feel like we just do a 12 of that. Yeah, I think Mistweaver is like a ton of fun. I think it's really fun right now. It's just not as many people are playing it. How's the mage down this fight? I don't know. The boss got feasted, I think, before the mage died. So he died to a dot, but I don't even remember, man. It was all a blur. Wish you could enjoy playing every healer like you. I only like HPAL. I've gotten to where I definitely have my few that I enjoy. Definitely have my few. My wish is that last season I tried to play Monk a lot more. So I was streaming Monk more, and people just didn't like me streaming Monk. It was weird. I mean, it's just no one wants to watch Monk all day, I guess. But I wish that I could just stream Monk all day, to be honest. Until I get bored of Monk all day, and then I wish I could stream this stream again. It's a constant cycle. Come on, I really want to do a Dawnbreaker. That sounds so fun. Ooh, Hall's 13. Okay, I'm going to start putting 3.2 main. See, I wish that I pushed my main more so that I'd have more IO. I can dispel poisons, right? As a priest? Or is that not a thing? Ooh, we're in the Dawnbreaker. Huge. Huge key. Really scared that Arsham is getting wrecked in Midnight. Well, also think like a lot of people thought it was getting wrecked in War with Them when they were getting rid of Ancestral Guidance, and it's actually better off now that it doesn't have it, I think. So it'll all work out. It'll be fine, you know. Where are we headed? Dawnbreaker. Better off without like 10 spells though. Okay, let's see. What all are they getting rid of? I know they're getting rid of Cloudburst. I know aren't they also getting rid of either like Healing Wave or Healing Surge? Like they're just bringing it down to one of those, or is that not a thing? But really, I just know they're getting rid of Cloudburst. What else are they getting rid of? We don't track High Tide. You mean like there's not going to be a way to track High Tide? Is that what you're saying? They're getting rid of Healing Surge? Oh, and yeah, and you do have to choose between Ascendance or High Tide, or of Healing Tide. So it's just going to be Healing Wave, Chain Heal, and Ancestors only with HST, Healing Stream Totem. That's right, they're getting rid of Undulation and stuff, right? Isn't that happening? I mean, you're going to have Healing Stream instead of Cloudburst, which, last season you were just playing Healing Stream anyways. But Cloudburst is so good. I love Cloudburst. It's such a good way to, like, express your skill, too. So that really does suck. Healing Surge, you can live without, I think. Unleash Life sucked, okay? You can't convince me Unleash Life was a good spell. Unleash Life was an annoying maintenance button that you had to press every 15 seconds. Why not just give you that passive all the time? You know what I mean? That's my take on it. Yeah, I think the same reason why they're getting rid of Jade... I know they're giving us Jade Fire Stomp back in a different way, but the same reason why they're getting rid of Jade Fire Stomp in its current form is why they're getting rid of Unleash Life. It's just like an annoying button that you have to press every 15 seconds that you don't even press it for what the button does. You press it for another passive that it gives you, you know? So, I think good riddance with Unleash Life. Cloudburst Totem, I will definitely attend that funeral. Shoot, I'll even give a eulogy. But Healing Surge, I do like Healing Surge. It's pretty cool. But yeah, having to choose between Healing Tide. But the thing is, like, Healing Tide's more of a raid cooldown. And, I mean, I guess they did just buff it to where it's actually kind of goated in Mythic Plus too, which kind of sucks. So yeah, that actually is, that to me, that's the most, like, annoying thing. I guess, yeah, that plus losing Cloudburst is, both of those kind of stack together and suck a lot. Cloudburst is goated. And having both a very good... Ooh. Ooh. Woo. Having a good Healing Tide and a good... I'm getting bolted back there. If I just, like, range that Shadow Mage, does that make it not become an issue anymore? Dude, those bolts are so annoying. It's literally a mob that we're not in combat with. Oh god, this dungeon. Dude, this dungeon and its many bugs. It's crazy, man. Alright, we're fine. We are fine. Dude, I'll be honest, I love Dawnbreaker's theme and everything, and I think it's like a really cool design dungeon. But the bugs in this place never, like, they make me never want to come back to this dungeon ever again. It's like the only dungeon that I've ever seen that's like so buggy, it's annoying. Okay. Unleash is only good because the ancestor. Yeah, 100%. I've always like hated that spell when they tied the ancestors to it, and when that became like a playable playstyle, I was just like, yeah, this is not it for me. Like at that point, you're not pressing Unleash Life, you're just pressing an ancestor. You know what I mean? Whereas, you know, to kind of build off of that point, to give you another example of why I'm saying that, Ancestral Swiftness is a fantastic button. Alone, plus it gives you the ancestor. So there, you're pressing it for its full functionality. You know what I mean? Ooh. Okay, just use penance. That kind of sucks. Alright. Hopefully I can get some mana back before this boss. I'm going to stay on the ship and just drink a bit. I'm going to drink my expensive food. Right, but I don't know if I like Ancestors being fully tied to Healing Stream Totem. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of weird. It doesn't really thematically work either, you know what I mean? Like, at least with Unleash Life, you're literally unleashing life, you know what I mean? Like, you're bringing back your fallen ancestors to help you. Clicking food again. Okay, we get a beam first. I'm just gonna save my Radiance for it. I don't know why, I just hit the Hunter. I feel like the Frost Death Knight's a better play. Oh, also, I need to be baiting. Okay, what do I have here? I have Shield Premonition. Not the best one. I'm gonna Evangelism this one. So we're gonna Radiance. Evangelism. That is such a bad bait from whoever that was. Gotta be really careful about mana, so I'm gonna try to just let people get topped up by smites. Dude, who did that bait? That is so bad. Nice. Who's it on? Come on, tank, move it. Move the boss. Okay, let's pin this around. Okay, people didn't want to get healed up. Ugh. Also, I'm not the best healer to heal up there. Look, mage, you flew off before I could heal you, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I always forget that you bait as soon as you land. We also have a B-res. Maybe they just can't reach him. We have a cooldown premonition. We just get to spam penances around. Put a shield on the tank. Let's go and summon our little Mindbender Shadow Fiend thing. Oh man, I am not gonna miss this dungeon. Okay, we got our healing premonition. Oh boy. Why are we not getting the mage up? Nice. I'm like super quiet. I'm so focused right now. God, this boss is dying so slow. Was our mage that much of our damage? That's crazy. Okay, we need big damage here. I don't want to see another Burning Shadows, but we're gonna get one. Evangelism. Goodness gracious, man. It's crazy. Tide is nice as a mana save CD. I mean, yeah. It's nice, especially if you take Mana Tide. But honestly, I don't know. I feel like there's more reasons to take it, right? Dude, what is our... Oh my goodness. Guy's busy typing release mage and gets killed by the stand and bad mechanic. I don't like this pull, by the way. External the tank, but our tank is very rapidly melting, and he's running in to pull more. What's he doing? Is he?
Only the strongest.
I think he's like running, trying to drop his stacks, but yeah, he's just melting. Yeah, we definitely abandoned this, dude. This is cursed, cursed. Blech. This dungeon surprisingly has a lot of kicks, and with 60 plus? Okay, you were prop pally, so you do get free kicks from your shield, but 60's crazy. It's insane. But yeah, this dungeon has a lot of casters, like a ton of casters. There's a reason why people love Resto Shaman and Dawnbreaker, because they just get to kick all the shadow bolts, and they just have like perma shadow resistance, basically. Yeah, that was one of those groups that like you just know it's not gonna go well from like the first pool, you know? There's no easy way to put that, you know. Let's keep these queues rolling though. You know, toward the end of the season so here's what I do. I kind of put off all the healers that I don't really like playing until the end. That's why I'm doing Evoker followed by Double Priest. So basically I get all of my best healers out of the way, like Resto Druid, Resto Shaman, Mistweaver, which I feel like I'm really good at those 3 healers. And then I start playing these healers that I'm not as good at, don't really care about as much. And so if you're just tuning in now to the series, you're probably like, damn, dude, he fails every dungeon he's in. You're not wrong, but I just, honestly, it also does take me a bit to kind of get my footing with each spec, so. But man, it is brutal. Maybe we just swap to Holy Priest, just blast a few Holy Keys. But a 13 Gambit would be huge for this character. Let's see. It just seems like they're making Arsham the healer for dummies. I like having to think a little bit. I mean, I guess you do have to think more with Farseer nowadays than you ever really have on Shaman. But yeah, I agree with Zabajan. I think it already is kind of the healer for dummies, but there's nothing wrong with that. I do think also, like, once we get into Midnight, all of the simplification, it might seem scary on paper, but it'll make a lot more sense once we actually see the dungeons and stuff. What's up, Shawnee? How are you doing, Shawnee? Good to see you back. Yeah, this dungeon does have a lot of kicks, for sure. 12 Dawnbreaker with apparently a friend. Sure, I'll queue up. Yerple. Arakara would give us some big IO, though. So once again, this is just where our Disc Priest is at. We don't have any score for Arakara. It's about 672 away. Good to see you as well, Shawnee. Very good to see you. Yeah, we really just want to start slamming these keys, these like lower end. We're going to have to do some 12s of these, or some 13s of these, but for the most part we can just do like 12s of these. We're going to have to do a Priory on the disc. Still trying to get 3K, LOL? Hey, you and me both. We're both playing Disc Priest too. I'm at least on the Disc Priest. Dang, my friend didn't take me into the group. Kept these. Let's see, where's our halls? I really want to get a halls 13. I like doing halls. I feel like it's a very engaging dungeon. Alternatively, we could do the 12 Ecodome on our Holy Priest. You're too good. The next challenge should be 3.2k all healers. Oh boy. No, I think what I would do is I would do a title push season. I feel like that's a big challenge. And then like in the future, I would love to eventually do like, if I get like a push group together, convince them to let me get title on multiple specs and just see if I can do it, you know? I bet if I can heal title range as a Mistweaver, I bet I could do it as a Resto Shaman and a Resto Druid. The thing is, like, I just don't have a group to push that with. Yet. Maybe one day. 13 Gambit. You gotta let me in there. Put 3.2 main. I mean, you say that, Mario. We're on a losing streak. We have been for like weeks. I feel like we fail every single game. Okay, oh lord. Okay. Dawnbreaker, is that where we want to be? Not at all, but that's where we are. God, we're in Priory. I'm just like terrified of Priory. Also, I hope this tank knows that I don't have a kick, so if he goes right, then, you know, we're kind of at the mercy of our group, really. You know, my prop paladin is also kind of getting close to 3k. I think I've done like all but 110 on my prop paladin, so just as like a little side project, I'm also getting my prop paladin to 10. So basically, this challenge is for me to get 21,000 IO in a season, because getting seven characters, 3k is 21,000. But really, I'm going to end up getting 30,000 IO this season. Because I'm doing all 7 healers, that's 2,100, or 21,000. 24,000 is the prop paladin. Well, I guess 27,000 is the Frost Death Knight. So I would need another character to get 30,000. So I guess currently my plans are to get 27,000 IO this season. Which is still insane. That's 9 characters to 3k.
I need to target something first.
So much IO. But for why, though? Yeah, I'm really considering making a Chi-Ji raid guide this weekend. Just on my current build. Alright, I need to focus. If we want to get in and out of Priory quickly, I just gotta blast. Like, I can't be distracted. Just gotta hit the paint hard. So anything you guys want to say to me before this dungeon, go ahead and say it now. You're going to tell me your favorite food or snack, or if you want me to have a yap topic for the key, ask a question. I'll talk about it the whole time. Now I'm going to blast with Chi-Ji and Heroic Raid. Dude, I thought it was only Heroic Raidable, but I've been doing it in Mythic Raiding and cranking. I'm like rank 20 on the Mistweaver leaderboard, or at least I was last time I checked. Maybe people have like prog past me and stuff. But for the season so far, rank 20 with a Chi-Ji build, and I'm like, that's crazy. That is crazy. I feel like people slept on Chi-Ji this tier. Raid group is kind of small, so it works out pretty well. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm 20-man healing with it, which, you're right, it definitely does scale a little bit better in smaller raid sizes, but... Yikes. That's one pain suppression out of the way.
Empowered.
I'm out of range.
Okay, so I don't have my UI perfectly set up to show me everything here. Where's the yelly guy? Oh, we're almost killing the knight. Holy. Oh, that's not good. Dude, we just destroyed the knight. I was like looking for the knight's health bar, but it was the one that was about to be out. That is crazy. Okay, note to self, PI the hunter, dude. That hunter is nuts. I'm pretty sure he ripped aggro there. That's how he died so quickly. Like, I saw he had the dot on him, but he died way more than to just the dot.
It's not ready yet.
Yeah, okay, that pull, yeah, we did have a death, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that was to aggro. Like, dude was slamming his buttons. His keyboard is probably bruised after that pull. That was insanity. You can't tell, like, the hunter literally died and had to run all the way back, and he's still top of the meters. Like, he was cranking like 17 million DPS when he died. Oh, tank. Are we going right or left? We go and PI the hunter again. My healing done is showing overall. I'll have to fix that. Dang. Should have been paying attention to chainmail. There we go. Yeah, dude, this hunter's kind of crazy. So is this warrior, dude. Honestly, all three of these DPS are looking really solid so far. Gonna have to just top up my mana. I've been very aggressive with my mana bar this run so far. Guys, I know Midnight is looking kind of sus. Like, a lot of people are really worried about Midnight and stuff. But I'm really excited about it. And no matter how sucky everything seems and stuff, I think it's going to be a good time. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun streaming it with you guys. So I'm excited for Midnight. Hopefully you guys are at least willing to watch me play it, even if you aren't going to play it yourself. But I'm looking to... My goal for Midnight is to just make it as fun as possible, and I think I'm going to try to do what I can to alleviate a lot of the annoyances that people are kind of worried about and stuff. So like UI, I'm going to do my best to kind of make a nice public profile for all the healers available to you guys. I'm really nervous about this Night Shout here. Here it comes. That did nothing, because everyone's shielded. But, you know, if you're worried about your UI and trying to make it look nice and stuff, I'm at least going to have a public profile for all the healers so that you guys can download it and we can all work on it together. And, you know, if you figure out a way to improve it, you can, like, let me know. We can try to make that public, too. Ooh, going to external the tank here. Oh, I suck at this game. Need to heal the mage. He's getting shot. Let's go and shield him. I'm going to put Renew under that shield, too. But I'm really excited to play Mistweaver. I really, really, really want to play both builds. So I want to make some videos on, like, my plans for Mistweaver and Midnight is to make videos on just the normal Chi-Ji build, because I think it's still going to be the better play. But I'm also going to make some videos talking about and showcasing the caster build. And I'm going to try my best to optimize it as much as I can. So if you're someone who just wants to play caster Mistweaver, I want to make a video for that, like a little series with that. So my plans in Midnight are, I'm not planning currently to, I'm going to go ahead and shield here so that I can spam penances. Oh, mage, you were destroying yourself to that. But my plans aren't to do an all healers to 3K series in Midnight. because there's just so much changing. I feel like it would just be better for me to explore the changes, I think, than to try to do a series like that. But still, the streams are going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing a lot of high keys and stuff come midnight, and still going to be a really good time, I think. But I really want to make it, like, I know it's going to be it's going to be a transition, whether it's like a super hard transition or not, getting used to the new midnight game. I don't know, but at least we're going to be able to kind of work on it and solve the changes together, you know. And that I'm excited for. I'm excited to kind of... Also, you know, I will kind of selfishly say that as a newer streamer, like, I really am a very new player to this game relative to the other content creators. Like, I started in Shadowlands. I feel like I'm one of the few content creators that have started recently, you know. This kind of does give me like a way to kind of catch up when the game does like these like little soft resets. This does give me like a way to catch up in terms of knowledge. Like, I'm gonna basically have to relearn the new systems like they do and stuff. Peter, I appreciate you. Oh, were we not trying to pull Tainer? What was the play here? Were we trying to skip? I did not get the memo. Or I think we were just not trying to pull her here. Vag says, which is more difficult to pug to 3k disc or druid? 1000% disc. But I do think of all the healers, those are probably two of the easier ones. I think druid is fantastic. If you have not played Resto Druid this season, even if you haven't even considered it, I think missing out on Resto Druid this season is doing yourself a disservice. Resto Druid this season is some of the most fun I've ever had playing WoW. So I highly recommend Resto Druid to you guys. So definitely give Resto Druid a shot if you haven't. Even if you've like never played Resto Druid before, I think it's just such a fun season for Resto Druid. But yeah, hopefully, I know a lot of people are very doomy about that as well. Someone pulled the pack down there, which that pack does have a purifier and multiple casters, which are all choosing me as their target. Love that. But shout out to Premonition of Clairvoyance. That was kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. When the beat drops in this random song that you're listening to at the perfect moment. Whew. Love to hear it. But yeah, I'm very optimistic. Oh, dang, I thought I heard rain. Oh, I'm so cooked if I get that excited over rain. But no, it's just my air conditioning. But I think, like, I know we can sit here and talk all day about things that we're not excited about for midnight, or that we're, like, a little worried about and stuff. But I want to hear some things that you guys are excited about. But Vags, okay, I responded to that. Let's see. Not gonna lie, I don't see why people are playing Prot Warriors so much. Every time I see them, they need tons of healing compared to basically everything else. The thing is, they don't heal themselves a ton. A good Prot Warrior player doesn't take much damage at all. Like, they basically are really a lot better about cycling their cooldowns and stuff. But a bad Prot Warrior player, they will be taking a lot of damage, and you will have to heal them the damage that they take. They have like 2 self heals, and one of them's a 3-minute cooldown. So, other than that, they don't have... Self-healing's not their forte, but not taking damage is. So if you're having to heal your Prot Warriors, God, I keep saying Prot Paladin. But if you're having to heal your Prot Warriors a bunch, then it's just because they aren't either they don't have like enough haste to get their shields back. I think it's called like Shield Wall is the one that you can get back every time that you shield slam. Or I might all their spells have freaking shield in the name, so I don't know which is which, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. I'm gonna extra on the tank here just for this bleed, so that I hopefully don't have to use a button to heal him. And I'm also just going to smite to heal this up for now, but we have uppies. I might have to end this uppies soon. I'm going to PI the warrior because I was told to. Shout out to Weakoras for playing the game for me. I know I'm seeing a lot of messages and stuff. I apologize. I'm a bit behind on chat. How much is my haste? It is, I believe it's 17%. That's the main reason why we are not playing Void Weaver, is because our haste is really, really low. And Void Weaver feels really bad without haste. Okay, I'm going to evangelism this. Also have healing premonition, which is really good for this mechanic, but basically evangelism was enough there. Yeah, I would definitely be playing Void Weaver if I had more haste. Even in a dungeon like this, which I don't really like Void Weaver as much in this dungeon, just because if you get caught casting during the disruptive shouts, like it's game over basically. It's a full wipe, and I don't like that as much. Whereas this build does like a lot of shock casts, so you don't really get caught in those a lot. Okay, nice. I'm going to be topping up my mana as the tank pulls, but hopefully he's okay. I've healed a few Prot Warriors that had like 34% uptime on shield block, just a macro to shield slam at least. Yeah, definitely. He said, can I take a nap? Ooh. Lust. Yeah, a good Prot warrior, you basically will not have to heal them that much, or your passive throughput will be enough, is a better way to put it. So we for some reason did not lust. Mage, that's you. Why is the mage not lusting? Oh, there we go. Better late than never, right? Mage straight up waited for his own cooldowns. I'm calling it. Look at the mage's DPS. He got outdamaged by the tank there. Oh yeah, now he popped his cooldown. You know this mage waited for his own cooldowns to pop lust. That is something. We're gonna external the tank again. Here comes a toll. Let's have a radiance to follow it up. I'm gonna PI the hunter. He's going crazy. Just gonna smite to heal this up. We have plenty of time, plenty of downtime. You're just 40. Goodness gracious, man. I'm guessing Disc Priest is your main though, Shawnee. Right? Yeah, Disc Priest is your main. Yeah, 40% is excellent for Disc Priest, especially if you're Void Weaver. 40% is definitely where you want to be at. And yeah, you can tell I am less than half of where I want to be at. Okay, we don't have much here. We do have Evangelism, and we have Premonition of everything, so... Probably going to use that here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Mindbender. It might be able to heal through a Sacred Toll. Let's hope. Yeah, okay, it was enough, but that was with Mage Barrier. Which, that actually works out. We'll take that. I'll go ahead and shield myself for that bolt. I don't want to be the one to pull, so I'm not going to... I was about to go ahead and dot those guys up, but I'm like, wait, we aren't in combat. Just going to focus down this Paladin. Dang, my Radiance hit right before that toll went out. I was trying to time it, but I timed it bad. I target actually this... Ow. This caster. Go ahead and pop Fade. Got my Flash Heal mitigation on. Okay. Get a Flash Heal on the tank just so I get that mitigation. I'm going to go ahead and Evangelism. We have our big Premonition ready. Put a giant shield on the Hunter from the shield Premonition. I'm going to go ahead and fear that. Nice. Okay, now we can just smite around. Whew. I'm just excited to not have to apply 2 to 3 amps to do big healing. I know, right? Honestly, on every healer does amp healing nowadays. It's crazy. Even in Mythic Plus, like it feels like every healer is just a different version of Resto Druid. I played that way too risky. That is a big old my bad. I waited too long to cast that Radiance. Oh goodness. Ugh. Sorry, trying to learn Arcane. I mean, they're doing a fine job, honestly. Still feel they're way easier To heal them pally, monk, or druid. Yeah, I mean, druid's a good druid. You like. What the heck? I feel like you never have to heal a good tank druid. Like, they are so self-sustaining. It's kind of crazy. Alright, let's not go crazy. Okay, I didn't even use a cooldown. Why am I getting pinged? I was one of the few people stacked in earlier. Okay, this is a 5-stack. I am going to commit evangelism, and we don't need a snack right now. We're fine. So committed the cooldown, what's it called? Cooldown premonition and evangelism there. Okay, I have the healing premonition, so I'm not going to use it here. Oh. Actually, we're going to have to. It's that guy soaked before the... Gotta heal the tank. Okay, so now I'm going to have the shield premonition, which is fine. Dude, we don't have to pixel stack. You guys can calm down. Okay, I have barrier. I see it. Calm down. God, these guys are kind of getting annoying. Now we ignore. Very nice. Okay. Whew, we're kind of cranking. Oh, you didn't buff stamina? Oops. I'll get on that. Apparently I didn't. I thought I had, but guess not. Okay, question. Since I don't play a buff class, I've never known the answer to this. But do I only buff people in my range? Or, like, do I need to press buff again because I was LOS'd? Or is fort buff just everyone in the party? I've never known that. But, you know, I do main monk, so I've never really had a buff. Ooh, this guy is going to be under some heat. Okay, instead of committing a cooldown here, I am just going to get in and Psychic Scream these casts. I'm just going to smite until I need to Radiance again for the next mechanic. Can Radiance Evangelism. The reason why I like Evangelisming this is because it's a low cooldown. And it'll basically be up in time for like the big scary pull upstairs. Like, do I need to re-fort buff? Because, like, did everyone else get... I guess I can click on the mage here. The mage has fort buff. Okay, so maybe it's not LOSable. Interesting. Today I learned. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna eat my quick eating food. Fort's a crutch? Dude, facts, mister? Actually spitting facts. Fort is a crutch. Raid buffs are a crutch. I'm going to renew myself, just cause. Okay, I need to just external whoever the light spawn targets. It's going on me, so actually I'm gonna fade. I am gonna external myself. I feel like it's pretty free to do so. I'm gonna hit the mage with a buff there, just because he said he's trying Arcane Mage. He's trying to learn it, and I feel like that's pretty cool. I kind of want him to have a good time. I'm gonna PI him, let him go a little crazy. Dang, me again. Is it my transmog? I feel like this pack just doesn't like my transmog, man. I also haven't hit up a transmog mountain in quite some time. I need to do that soon. I don't have much. Ah, I keep right clicking. Stop. Okay, I'm being like very aggressive with drinking for mana, but dude, I just don't want to go here. Be the most cringe way to not time a key is if I just run out of mana.
Light reveals the strength
Plus, I think we have plenty of time. We're fine.
army of the Risen. The Arathi will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Kazelgard, and subjugate the world.
That was a very late defensive from the Hunter. Let's save this empowered shield forever. The Purify is going to hit. The reason why I said an empowered shield is because after I penance, like every penance bolt you hit will empower your next shield up to a certain amount, right? Honestly, hey, I almost said torpedo. That shows how dyslexic I am. Toperdo, 1,000,000,000%. Dude, olives suck. That's like one of the worst. Well, honestly, like if you have it on a pizza, it's not that bad. But dude, eating a solid, like a straight olive, is one of the worst flavors I've ever had. One time I was like, you know what? I see a lot of people eat these. Like, let me just try it. I ate a green olive. It was horrid. That was pretty unlucky. I think he got firebolted as the Purify went on him, so when I went to like shield him, he was already dead. Yeah, olives are not the best. Just kind of just let the Hunter die. That's a big ol' my bad. Oh, I'm a priest. I can click this buff. I didn't click it earlier in the dungeon. Kind of trolling. Let's fear this guy to hopefully get like 2 steps the other way. I was honestly not ready for this fool. Take me up. Goodness, I had to like front load my cooldowns here so bad. Olives are amazing? I don't know about that, Turtle fan. I mean, olives are like fine. What is that? Lust? Lusting Asbron Pike's dying. Oh no. Olives are like fine as a topping and like in salads and stuff. But dude, eating a straight olive is not it. They're so salty, man. They are so salty. Which healer class is the most tanky in your opinion? I think right now in this current season, I think Resto Shaman is super tanky because they have it's literally down to a single passive. They have like a good defensive. It's a low cooldown defensive, but they don't really have as many defensives as everyone else. Like basically you have a defensive and you have a shield. But what makes them like super tanky, in my opinion, is the talent's second season wins. I think is what it's called. Something wins. It's in their class tree. But whenever they interrupt a spell, they get mitigation, 15% mitigation for that spell school for 10 seconds or some amount of seconds. So basically, in this dungeon alone, you can kick like holy smites, and then all of a sudden, every amount of holy damage you take is 15% reduced, and it stacks up to twice, so you can have 30% mitigation for just kicking. Like, it's crazy. So if you're in a push group and you just tell everyone like, hey, leave all the holy smites for me, then all of a sudden, you know how this dungeon is all holy damage, like Sacred Toll is holy damage, everything's holy damage basically. You should have free 30. I just realized we don't have a B-res spec. Cables or reset. I'm such a troll. At least I wasn't the only person that got hit by it. I'm such a troll. Yeah, we need to reset quick. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I just straight up looked her in the face and said, "You won't do it." Bet. We're fine, we're fine. Oh my god, now this is like... Oh, why am I trolling? Why do I do this every time? Sprint, sprint, sprint. Can we kill this boss in 3.5 minutes without lust? Because we lusted at the worst time. I just looked her in the face and said, "Stun me, please." Oh my gosh, I am so bad at this video game. To be fair, I'm pretty sure like 3 people got stunned, but I just happen to be squishy. So hey, Mario, my answer is anything but Priest. Priest is hella squish. Italy has a Naruto Whopper and something called a Tutty Burger. Interesting. I'd eat the mess out of that. Let's fort buff, even though it's a crutch. We have 3.5 minutes. Can we kill this boss in 3.5 minutes? Let's go, team. I am so sorry. All right, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna stop yapping. I gotta focus. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Okay, yap over. I think it really threw me off with that guy chasing me. Okay, this I'm going to turn around. 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna have PI upstairs for the hunter. That's kind of cursed. The boss just farmed my party with my own barrier. Okay, I will have PI in 45. I think we're fine on time. We basically have to do like 55% of this guy's health. Pretty sure my DPS will not have cooldowns. I don't have good CC for this phase. I'm gonna go ahead and external 2 people up there just cause, and we're gonna go ahead and pop Ultimate Penitence. Okay, actually we have great CC. Holy dude. The hunter just sent those guys flying. Did y'all see that? Go the other way. Stop hitting me. Go away. Okay, PI in 15. I think we're fine. At least I hope. Okay, we just all used our CC. I just don't get it. Like, people will sit there and just let those guys hit them so much. Okay, I need to just premonition here just to cycle back to my cooldown premonition. So I can use these cooldown stacks on penances for more damage. Ten seconds. Focus up, focus up. My screen is shaking because I'm vigorously hitting my buttons. The hunter died there at the very end. Oh my gosh. We literally missed time by like 2 seconds to a death there at the very end. Oh my goodness, dude. This is putting years on my life, by the way, or taking years off my life. Missed it by 2 seconds, I know, right? Oh my goodness. I mean, I did cause a wipe. So I have no one to blame but myself. I stared right at the blinding whatever. Doesn't tutti just mean all? All, plural, pronounced tutti. Fun fact, I live in Italy and it's pretty rare to find olives on pizza here, really. I mean, really here we just put black olives on pizza, not even green olives. Dude, rupees, I don't even know, man. I really do feel like I am just a cursed individual. Feel responsible there for your question. It had nothing to do with your question, but that's funny. You know what? Yeah, it was your fault. I'm just kidding. It was 100% my fault. Well, that was a group effort to fail that key. We had 2 DPS die to stupid things at the end there. Oh. Dang, we were this close to never having to come into Priory again. Oh, that's so annoying, man. This is so cursed. At this point, I don't even know how I'm going to edit the series, because every dungeon is like that. It's just a devastating near miss. Not near miss, it's a devastating miss that's a near hit, you know? Ugh. Yeah, our tank at the end of, or not our tank, our warrior typed useless to the mage. And the mage said, those are mean words. Dang, dude. Honestly, that lust, too. What the heck was that lust? Do we do... let's do a holy key. I haven't done a holy key in a bit. So it's going to be... who knows how sloppy it's going to be. But we're going to do our Ecodome 12 as holy. Just because I haven't played holy in a bit. I feel like that'd be fun, too. Okay, let's see. Holy, we have 2 builds. We have Oracle and Archon. I kind of want to play Archon, if I'm being honest. Holy and plus. What is this build? Okay, I'm going to have to slap together the build, though. Let's piece together something. Definitely want Apotheosis. I think Archon just sounds so much fun, dude. Take Prayer and Healing. I do like Prayer of Healing. Definitely want Trail of Light, Lightweaver, the classic. Divinity is such a sick talent. Increase healing done by your mastery. Healing done, Holy Word Serenity, Holy Word Sanctify. Want that. Desperate Times. 1 point Desperate Times. I feel like this is the build that we normally go. Yeah, we're basically foregoing all of these prayer mending talents. We can also pick up, I think, this talent. We're going to just mess around with Archon Holy Priest. I love Archon. Okay. Got a Warlock in here. Dude, gearing characters is so weird this season. This guy has 711 item level, but only 900 rating. What has he done? Like, how do you get that? Like, that's crazy. He's only done a 9 Ecodome. He probably just spams 9 Ecodomes for crests and stuff. Finally, Priest! Splash, you made it. You made it. We're playing Holy Priest. I'm going to play Archon, just send out some big halos. So, for those that don't know how this, yeah, honestly, Delves is probably it. But for those that don't know how Archon works, it's kind of weird and clunky. But it's like it's super. If you've ever heard the term "win more," it's like you're kind of overcommitting on one of your cooldowns that you don't really need to overcommit to, but you're spending everything on Halo, so that your Halo sends more out. So basically, we're gonna press Halo. It shoots out a ring that does healing to allies it passes through, does damage to enemies it passes through. But since we're playing Archon, it's gonna go out and then come back in, and then it's gonna do that 3 times. So basically, we're getting like 6 Halos for the price of 1, right? The trick here, though, is that with our tier set, if we spend basically 4 holy words, which we have 2 charges of 2 different ones, so we basically have to send all 4 of our holy words in. While those 3 Halos are going out, we'll get 2 additional ones. So basically, it's like if you commit everything into your Halos, you get 10 Halos for the price of 1. So it's gonna add up to like a lot of healing, a fair amount of damage, and a good time. Which, you know what, I'm here for all 3 of those things. Got 706 and only done 2 10s. Goodness gracious. I need to learn the tricks on my prop paladin. My prop paladin is still 695. So Cecil, did you do delves? Is that what you just spam like 8s or what? Like, what's the play? How would y'all gear an alt quickly? Because I know Vlad has a method that he uses to gear his characters really quickly, and me and him are going to be doing that, whatever it is, when we do our series together to gear up our characters. Yeah, so basically our 3 cooldowns are Halo, fantastic button. Divine Hymn does solid AoE healing. Apotheosis, pretty solid cooldown. Delves and M0s? See, I don't want to do M0s, to be honest. And, hey, Crafted's not bad right now. Crafted is not a bad way to get gear. Because you can basically just craft, like, what is it, 656 gear or something, like, very easily and just spam it. Alright, I am in Holy Priest mode. Let's blast this key. We're playing Archon. Big Halos. Let's go crazy. Gotta make sure and call my mom later. She had texted me earlier and I never responded. So hey, this is y'all's reminder. Call your mom, call your grandmother, check on them. Keep hitting the mic. But check on your family. Yeah, siblings, everything. Give them a call tonight or over the weekend. See how they're doing. And ask questions. I feel like every time that I call my brothers, I always kind of like freeze up. But when you ask how they're doing and ask about what they're doing, it starts a good conversation. You can really make sure they're okay, you know. I got 3 times 720, 675 cheap. Yeah, so the thing about 720 is they cost Gilded Crest, so you'd have to be doing something for Gilded. Like, Gilded you only get from Mythic Raid, right? You get Gilded from Mythic, and the other one from Heroic. Yeah, it is free to check on your loved ones. So I intend on calling like every family member I have this weekend just to check on them, just say hey. And if there's anything that comes up, chat with them, you know. But also you guys, I want to extend that to y'all. My Discord is open. I currently have, let me check. Let me open Discord. So ready check, on Fort Buff. Okay, I currently have 0 Discord DMs. 0 Discord DMs. So if y'all have anything that you just want to chat about, you're struggling through something, shoot me a message, man. I'm here to talk to. You at least always have me to talk to as a backup plan. So feel 100% free to chat with me. Shoot me a message. I feel like, can't you send anonymous messages on Discord? You can make another character or another account and message me if you want to keep it anonymous. But you never have to go through anything alone. Alright, let's destroy this key as a Holy Priest. The cool thing about Holy Priest, too, is that, like, you think of it as this, like, whack-a-mole healer, and it is, right? But it has this, like, really good damage cycle that you can do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it too often in this dungeon. I'll try to do it on some bosses, like, maybe on the ads of the first boss. I gotta remember, I'm playing Holy Priest. Okay, so I'm going to damage cycle this one ad, the one caster ad. Okay, I did not use my Halo to its full effect there, but honestly I didn't really want to. We're cranking. I was Holy Priest of Dragonflight and went Disc in the War Within. Ah, I'm looking at chat, everyone's dying.
Seem to be coming from the annex.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and divine him now,
The sword, so we can
just to catch up.
attention to sword.
It is weird to be holy now. I know, right? It feels so weird logging into this character and choosing to play Holy Priest with current Holy Priest. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully live this. But yeah, also it's weird playing Archon. I feel like Archon is kind of a meme, but kind of a, honestly, it's kind of a dream. Okay, count the Halos. This is our third one. Let's see if we get the full 5. 4. 5. Oh yeah, we did it. I wasn't too sure if I got all the holy words in that I needed to. We got the full 5 Halos. We're going to be trying to do that, but not. You don't always line it up to where you have all of your holy words available for that. But for the most part, you do. Such a World Mental Health Day. That ULB. Also, don't ignore your mom, please. Yes, I will not. I will call her today. Is it World Mental Health Day? Because if it is, dude, it's there's nothing more important. I always talk about it kind of like just while I'm yapping in mid-key because I think it's important, but, you know, I was kind of going through some very bad depression in college, and you know, it feels like you're alone. It really does feel like you're alone. Like, no, there's nothing anyone can do to help you, but the moment, like literally the day that I finally reached out to my mom, like my whole life turned around. So it's definitely worth trying. Just reach out to someone. And that's my message on that. But it's super important. Let's heal these 2. You have really good 2-person healing too, because you just bounce back and forth and let Trail of Light kind of mimic your healing a bit. I'm saving my holy words. I fully intend on blasting Halos for the intermission and then popping Apotheosis and fully chastise nuking the stew out of one of these ad sets. Okay, here we go. We're going to pop Halo. We're going to sanctify. Sanctify. Oh god, that set is already dead. Let's chastise the mess out of these guys. Oh my god, that set died so quick. We have Halos. It is just Halo Central. Gotta stack in.
It's calling more in.
Yeah, with those like giant reverberating halos plus our apotheosis just giving us our cooldowns back. Just so much healing. We just get to sit there and do a bunch of damage to the ads. I mean, our damage isn't high overall in this fight because I haven't really been doing damage outside of the ad phase, but this spec does so much healing. It's crazy. Oh. Scared the mess out of me.
It's calling more in.
It's also worth noting that...
With that thing dead,
What the heck?
we can return.
We just got loot. That's crazy. Q Halo by Beyonce, I know, right? Wait, I feel like every time I play Archon Holy Priest, I'm just at a Beyonce concert. Ooh, okay. See, at least this tank is full sending into this pool. Our last tank, that Guardianger that we had earlier, he kind of like staggered this pool, and it just did not feel good. Okay, let's go ahead and send a Halo. Let's stun this caster. And I'm just going to try to sit on this caster a bit. So I'm going to Psychic Scream. I have Divine Hymn, but Divine Hymn is not a good cooldown for this phase. I'm going to pop Fade. Nice. This group is full of some blasters, man. Whoa! Okay, I don't have Halo for 10. But I want to be casting some spells that'll get me my Holy Words back so I can just send a full Halo in on the Sentinel when he's about to die. I'm going to go ahead and Chastise, do some damage. Okay, here we go. 2 single target, 2 AoE, and there we go. That's our full combo. Man, I wish there was a combo for moving quicker. Goodness gracious. Let's go and dot up. Okay, for this Sentinel I have Apotheosis. Just gonna try to do some damage here. I mean, I do it, like I said, I have Divine Hymn, but Divine Hymn's just like I can't really trust it on pools where you constantly have to be moving. Let's go and Sanctify, and then we'll pop with Apotheosis just to put it one of the charges on cooldown so we get some value out of that Apotheosis. We also get instant heals and prayers of healing because of our Sentinel talent. So we're going to use those. I'm not going to Halo. I was about to, but not worth. Very nice. The reason why I really like Sentinel is because then your Apotheosis becomes a button that you can press on the move much more reliably, and it feels so good. The amount of times that that talent alone has like saved me or someone else in the party is insane. Okay, I will PI. I'm gonna external the tank. I'm just gonna go and Divine Him here, and then I'll send a Halo. I have not that much time to get my cooldowns back. Okay, there's 2 Holy Words. Okay, do we get the full 5 is the question. I was able to send 4 Holy Words into it, but was I quick enough? Okay. Prison. We still have 0 deaths. Dude, Holy Priest is so much fun. But then again, we're in Eco Dome, so it's like this dungeon's supposed to be like super free, and it's just a 12. I feel like 12s are pretty free compared to 13s and 14s. I feel like the damage really scales up in 13s and 14s. Also, my haste is very low, and it's kind of crazy how much this spec also wants haste. It's not quite to the extent that Void Weaver is, but yeah, you definitely do want some haste on Holy Priest. We're sending out all those halos. Yeah, Holy Priest is just a good time, man. This is definitely one of the more enjoyable healers to play from season to season. What? Loot? Yeah, I've never seen like a random boss in a dungeon just drop loot. But yeah, if y'all didn't see, we saw that we're getting a helmet, a cloth helmet, and something that the DH got from the dungeon. I don't know if it's true to what we're gonna get later on, but it's at least what the game showed us. Let's go ahead and pop Halo. Send our healing words or holy words, whatever they're called. We can chastise for some damage. It kind of is a fun minigame where you basically have now until you press Halo again to recharge all of your healing words. So I'm going to be spamming Renews, trying to get Sanctifies back. Spamming Spot Heals, trying to get our Serenities back. Oh, I think I have those backwards. But you guys know what I mean. Okay, we have 18 seconds on Halo. Let's go and chastise a bit. I'm going to get casted on. It's okay. I think I go ahead and apotheosis this. No, we have Halo coming off soon. Let's go on Halo. Also, every time that you get hit by one of your halos, you get time off of your holy words. I'm pretty sure that's like part of your tier set too. So it's honestly a pretty fun gameplay loop. But like I said, it is kind of clunky in how you have to like commit a bunch to your halo, which is already very strong, you know. But it's a really fun build. I feel like if I ever swap loot spec, can't speak. I feel like if I ever swap loot spec during the Mythic Plus, it always gives me nothing. Ooh, I don't want to test that, but I'll trust your science. How about that? Probably shouldn't have PI'd until we get to the damage amp, but it's okay. I'm just going to send my damage here. Let's go on Halo. Pop Fade for mitigation. Oh my god, dude, we are nuking this boss. It is, like, not fair how much damage this group is doing. I'm saving Apotheosis for the intermission because I would like to do some healing. I would like to do some damage during the intermission. But I doubt I'll get the chance to. I'll spam some renews around. Okay, gonna go ahead and pop Apotheosis before this phase ends. Okay, now we get to crank some damage here. Bang, bang, bang. Another chastise. Okay, we did like kind of some damage. It's okay, we'll take it. Okay, I have Halo ready. I might as well just send it here. Okay, I'll send it for these javelins. Send our two AoE heals, then our two spot heals, and then we just blast. Dude, this song that I'm listening to is going so hard right now. Like, it's insane. I think we just focus boss, maybe? I just spot heal and we just go boss? Yeah. It's not letting me mount. Hey, how healer damage is so low, you may as well just not do any. Yeah, I mean, so AoE overall damage is usually pretty low. But goodness gracious. But a lot of the healers have like fine burst damage. Like this spec I have like fine momentary burst damage, but yeah, over a dungeon I'll probably have like 400k. So it seems like I shouldn't be doing any damage, but like in a moment, like right now, I should just be blasting some damage. Like I'm just gonna send it. The little bit that I can do, right? It's like I can chastise spam around my sacred flames. Like, it's not a ton of damage, but we are helping the things die quickly. And over the whole pool, I only did like 600k, 550k. But in a moment, like I did kind of burst down some people. But yeah, I guess honestly, now that you're saying that, like our holy fire damage is relatively low. Whereas like in seasons past, I feel like you could amp up to like 2.5 million DPS on the spec on some pools. Now it does feel considerably lower. But maybe that pool died so quick that we didn't really get much of our Halo damage amp. Maybe that mattered. Okay, I'm gonna go in Apotheosis. Do some big AoE if we can. Took a big smack there. See, like, you can do some fine damage in some moments. It's not like insane damage, but yeah, I definitely think this season has been one of the seasons where healer's damage feels so bad. Like, because, like, look, we just did 1 million DPS. Wow, that's so much. But then you look and, like, Hunter did 12 million. Like, so relatively healers are just, like, so weak in the damage department. Like, I definitely feel you there. Just feels bad on things like Holy Pally. Yeah, Holy Pally is literally just Consecration. That's it. Consecration, like, Judgment. Holy Paladin's damage definitely feels the worst. And that was, like, my biggest downside when I played it was I hated the damage profile. Felt, like, so bad. Oof. Don't stack. Let's go in Halo. Now we can finally join the damage. Yeah, I feel like Chastise and Holy Fire are doing like a lot less damage than I remember. Like I know Burning Vehemence is like the big draw to that playstyle, but like I feel like those two spells should have a bigger impact, I think.
It was the only place our plans stood a chance of success.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save Halo for the next pool. I have a feeling we're gonna double pull down here.
But destroying the dome will only hurt Gareth.
Although I probably could have sent here and it'd been okay. It's fine. We're fine. So we have Halo and Apotheosis. And Divine Him. We're going to be blasting here on pool. Start up. Alright, Tank, what's the play? We pulling more? Yes, sir.
Empower.
Our Hunter definitely has aggro. Okay. Got a little spooky, but we're good. Dude, where did this pack go? Dude, these DPS are insane. Where were these guys in every other key I've done ever? What the heck? There's one thing that Archon Holy Priest is good at, it's doing amping healing. Like, we can amp up a ton. Mainly entire passive junk and spinning into shields is just meaningless. Yeah, 100%. Shield of the Righteous should do way more damage, for sure. Big agree. Oh, I need to be getting my Sanctify back. I need to be renewing and healing where Prayer of Healing. Okay, let's go in Halo to start amping up our healing for the big phase, the big orbs. Okay, once this orb hits, I'll spray these. go and dot up the boss. I'm going to put my little summon down. We're about to get lines again. This Halo might persist through and kind of heal through that as well. Sure, I'll PI the Warlock. Let's go on Halo. Okay, we have a full Halo going out. We can divine him this next one. Well, actually, I might not even need to use a button here. Yeah, we're fine. I'm gonna divine him this one. Downside to divine him is I plant. Or to be kind of greedy with my ghost. We're coming up on Halo in 20 though. So I'm just gonna use Apotheosis here. Using Apotheosis for damage here, I guess. Try to nuke the boss down. Very nice. Dude, Holy Priest is so much fun. Was that Deathless? So we didn't get a helmet.
So much waste.
Why did it say we got a helmet on that one boss? That was so weird.
Dying treacherous.
Very, very weird.
There was
Hey, we get gloves. Do I need the gloves? I don't.
safe caress.
How did I get a helmet on that boss? Also, did you notice me and DH got loot on first boss? So I got 2 pieces for this run. Also, anyone need? Okay, the Warlock left, so I guess he doesn't need the okay. I guess we get to vendor this hand piece. Okay, that was actually really good IO for the Holy Priest. So if we click on our Holy, it was lacking an Ecodome key. I'll probably come back through and do a higher Ecodome because it's Ecodome. But if we hit refresh, it might not be updated yet. But yeah, we'll get about 3360 IO, I think, for that. So we gain some nice Holy Priest IO there. Didn't the Venthyr Mind Games for Priest do big damage in the past? It did like big single target damage. But no, so, okay, it did like okay damage, Mario, but like, it was kind of bugged. So there were certain encounters. What am I saying? It was kind of like a spell reflect, I'm pretty sure. So it would like do damage based on how much damage it did to you. So you would put it on... There's this one bug that you could do as a Disc Priest. You could put it on a boss before it did some cast, and like it would just like almost one-shot the boss. There was some bug. Maybe we could find a clip of it. There was a really cool bug. So it was like, I think it's called Mind Games, right? Mind Games bug. Let's see. Wow. Apparently there's a board game called WoW. Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it, but yeah, there was something that you could do on... There was some raid boss where priests were like broken for a bit because... like, I'm pretty sure Venthyr Priest wasn't even good that season. Like, everyone played Kyrian. But you could just mind games, or whatever that spell was called, a certain boss before it did a certain cast, and it would do so much damage to itself. It was insane. Hey, we got our fiber, by the way. totally forgot I put up that order. Let's go and insert that. Very nice. I guess we can sell that for 20 gold. Absolutely. I was about to just throw that away. One man's trash. Take that all day. All right. What did our key become? Our key became... Where the heck's our key? Ooh, Floodgate 14. That would be huge on the Holy Priest. Do I try it? Do you know there's a macro for... Yeah, to place it at your feet. I know. I've used it for certain seasons and stuff, but I prefer to be able to place it. Because sometimes I'll put it on the tank. Even though sometimes this messes me up because I'll put it on walls and stuff. I mean...
What is your command?
Like, I have the macro. I'm pretty sure I still have it in the game. I just went back to not using it. Maybe it's under my general. Yeah, definitely have used it in the past. I don't know, man. Something about placing it just feels better to me. I can't explain it. I just want my damage that I'm actively doing to be the main source of damage, not the easy junk that I just press and forget. Yeah, 1000%. As I let Halo carry our damage. But no, it's funny you say that because like I hated that part of Paladin. Literally, Paladin, you can choose to spend your holy power on damage and it does no damage. It's crazy. Alright guys, am I playing... So I'm going to try this 14 Floodgate as Holy Priest. Am I playing Archon or am I playing Oracle? What do you guys want to see? Archon just considerably weaker. But it kind of sounds cool in Floodgate. Like, it kind of sounds goated in Floodgate, right? Because you could have Halo... You could have Halo for every single jumpstart on Big Mama. And you can basically alternate Halo, Divine Hymn, Halo, Apotheosis, Halo on Swamp Face. I'm pretty tempted. But is Halo healing enough to help on Swamp Face? Because like it does like fine healing itself, but it also amplifies the rest of your healing. Do I have so much mastery that I should just put points into the mastery talent, by the way? Oh my god, 22,000 mastery? It's crazy. I have so much mastery. I kind of want to take these guys. But then again, I kind of don't want to take these guys. Is Archon good enough to do a 14 Floodgate? Kind of do want a mage. But I don't trust this mage. I'm also pretty sure that this mage we had earlier... Yeah, he's the frost mage that we had earlier that kind of trolled. Did I have this guy like the other day or something? But I've definitely had this guy and he trolled the key. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Do we play Oracle, which is like a Prayer of Mending, spamming, Premonition, pretty cool build? Or do we just yeet the Archon in? See if we can do it. So it's really cool. You can give your allies up to 10% boosted healing from that, from just Halo. Dang. Okay, I didn't even notice this talent. Empowered surges. So our holy or our flash heals that we do when we get the instant flash heal is boosted. We need a lust, unfortunately, to all these warlocks. But our free instant flash, or not free, but our instant flash heals are boosted. And every time a halo hits us, we gain a stack of Surge of Light. That's really cool. Dang. Okay, so also our tier set. Oh, yeah, our tier set reduces the cooldown of our holy words further, but also anytime that we consume a surge of light during our halo, or consuming surge of light reduces the cooldown of holy words sanctify by 4 seconds. That's awesome. I'm just like realizing all this energy. I mean, I do wish that this build was less clunky, and like you had to commit much less for a cooldown to do its thing. But dude, this build is sick. It's honestly so much fun. Can it heal 14 Floodgate though? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no clue. Ooh, an Elemental Shaman. I was hoping to get a Mage for the Arcane Barrier, but I'll take an Ellie Shaman. I'm going to get some Stuffed Peppers unless I have some. I don't. I'm going to get some Stuffed Peppers and a Haste Flask. So, fed, pep. Get red, swift. Dude, flasks are cheap. Also, has my chest sold yet? Unfortunately not. Not yet. I got an LFR BOE and it sells for 48k. It's crazy. Okay, we are porting to Floodgate. Let's do this, dude. Imagine we just like fail on the Disc Priest and just succeed on the Holy Priest. That'd be insane. Let's see. Like, I feel like in Disc there's more time to react than Holy. Yeah, for sure. I always panic when I'm in Holy. I'm kind of the same, Heidi. Oh, let me go ahead and be eating food while I yap away. I like the prep time I have with Disc. Mind you, I played WoW for the first time, and WoW. Wait, I played WoW for the first time in WoW? Probably played WoW for the first time in The War Within, I'm guessing? Holy was nice. Training wheels? Yeah, it definitely is. For some reason, Demolition Boss has been tough for me in Puck. Yeah, me too. Are you talking about the tag team boss up there? More than Big Mama? Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of trouble with this upstairs boss. We have a lot of deaths there this season, which is new to me. But hey, we're gonna have a mastery buff from the shaman. Oh, if we have a mastery buff from the shaman, is it worth it to go prismatic echoes? I don't know why I'm whispering, but I feel like I have a secret. I'm gonna put 1 point into prismatic echoes. No. Well, the shaman buff only gives us 2% mastery, but you know what? YOLO. Let's do it. Let's try it. I feel like this talent's really good, though. The one where the guy's on the toilet pooping. Did I already do a ready check? No. Let's crank this, dude. Want to play Resto Shaman but never played before? Would you go Farseer? I personally, what I did when I found was the play was I would go Totemic until you get about like 19% haste and beyond. Once you start getting more haste, then you can swap to Farseer. But Farseer felt very bad without a bunch of haste. So that's just my opinion. Farseer is the better talent tree, so you do ideally get to Farseer. But it's just it's very hard to play without haste. Tank dead. Instant tank death.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
Love that, man. He had Nut Zao. Nope. He had Nut Zao, Fort Brew, Dampen, Diffuse. He had everything up. Tank died without using a single cooldown. Fort Brew didn't go off, apparently. Well, I guess we're just going to sit here in AFK. What does that mean? I mean, they're basically deciding to abandon after that wipe. I mean, that's super cringe. Tank literally... Tank literally didn't pop a single thing. He said his Fort Brew didn't go off, but, like, I feel like you also should have, like, slammed it down, like, as you pulled. At least. This guy licked me. Keep your tongue to yourself. Let's go, classic. Yeah, I mean that's as classic as a floodgate gets, right? Big rip, but honestly, I'd rather it happen first pull than like late into the dungeon. You hate to see it, man. I just know those guys were pumpers too. Let's do the 13 though. 13's still big gains for the Holy Priest. I know those guys were about to just destroy that dungeon too. I mean, you can't... Look, he says he pressed his Fort Brew, but honestly, Fort Brew is a spell you just press way before then. He should have pressed it, like, long before that. I love how these guys queued up to my 14, and I didn't accept them, and now they're queuing up to my 13. It's... I wonder if they recognize that I'm the same person that had the 14. But yeah, Nate, I would definitely go Totemic until you get some haste. Who here's still playing Legion Remix? I know a lot of people are kind of like losing some interest in it already. I've seen some of my guildies start to like log on less and less and play it. But maybe they took some days off of work, you know. Yeah, that key was... You blink, you miss it. It was super quick. Our tank ran in and died, then we all just died right after him. Because we aren't designed to tank, right? Is this a Feral Druid? It's a Balanced Druid. Dang. But I am very excited to play a DPS character. So for those that don't know, me and another streamer, YouTuber named Definitely Not Vlad are going to be doing a series soon where he's going to be playing... I don't want to spoil what he... I think he's already spoiled what healer he's playing. But he's going to be playing a healer... And I'm going to be playing a DPS, and I'm playing Frost Mage. No, Frost DK, because it looks really fun to me, and I've never played a DPS never played a DPS DK spec. And we're going to be doing keys, and I think we're going to try to get all keys to 10, or we might go to 2500 IO, or we might do something, but he tends to like shorter series, which I'm fine with. I'm a super fan of. See, this mage is the one that trashed my key earlier. I recognize that name for sure. Where is it? This guy AFK'd or something. Where was he? Aha, yeah, he was the Frost Mage. I recognize you. Decline. But I'm really excited to play DPS. I haven't played a DPS spec in forever. I haven't played a DPS spec well in forever. So it's going to be a really fun series, me trying to like learn how to play it. I'm going to be making so many mistakes. Like I'm not going to do good damage at the start, but then hopefully I get really good. And this is the guy from the Priory that we played earlier. The guy that was attempting Arcane Mage for the first time. That's so lame. Yeah, well, Brother Bear, my ignore list is full in this game, so I can no longer ignore people. How do I see my ignore list? Yeah, I can't ignore any more people. We are full. We are at capacity. What I start doing every now and then is I'll kind of go through and just delete some random people. So there might be some like delinquents like out in the wild that I've unignored, but that's fine. Okay, let's just take a second mage and Pollux. This guy, his first, like one of his first keys, he was playing with us as Arcane. He did fine, honestly. But he did die on the final boss to standing in bad. Maybe it's better to have a backup B-res for if our druid dies, so kind of just want to take this paladin. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I want to play remakes, but going to get weeklies done on my characters first. It's probably smart. I definitely want to play Legion remakes too, but I just feel obligated to finish this ASAP. I'm definitely going to be playing these characters or this character over the weekend some. At this point, guys, I'm just like, I just want to get this challenge over with. Oh, by the way, just in case y'all don't believe that I got 3K, let me see if I can get the Raider IO client showing. Need to re-log in though. Okay, apparently I don't remember my login. That's okay. All right, ready check, fort buff. We're gaming. Boombaya says, Mistweaver is so fun in remix. The Dreamweaver Conduit rhythm is spoiling me. Dreamweaver Conduit rhythm. I'm curious. I need an explanation on that. But yeah, I definitely want to play a monk in remix. Dreamweaver gives 100% CDR for 10 seconds every 1.5 minutes. Oh, that's sick. That is awesome. So basically your conduit is like a 45-second cooldown or something? Or it depends on how long that buff lasts. Okay, I just remembered I'm playing Archon. Ow, ow, ow. Kick it, please. Kick it, please. Okay, I just had to wings myself. So far, we aren't kicking casts. Which I can't really do anything about. I am but a measly holy priest. Also, it looks like our funnel damage is just not there. Where the heck is this mob? There we go. Yeah, we did not funnel correctly. I think our Arcane Mage and our Balance Druid might have had a different mob targeted, if I had to guess. Because Arcane Mage and Balance Druid both have so much funnel damage, or at least, like, I don't know if they have funnel damage, Balance Druids too, but I know they at least have a ton of single target damage with their Star Surges. He definitely should have had... Oh, I thought I wasn't gonna get out of that. But he should have melted the main guy. Tank, what are you doing? Ah! What am I doing? Uh-oh. I feared that mob. He's running to the crabs. Oh god, this is just a shit show. Ow. Ow.
Wasn't necessary.
It's okay. We're fine. Oh god, and someone pulled the snipers up there too? Goodness, man. Good news though is that I can just run to the team. Oh, tank's dead. Oh. It's just one of those days. That does sound super cool, though. Is that a spell that, like, everyone has? Dreamweaver? Oh, we pulled the spider. I'm not a fan of the spider.
Only the strongest survive.
There's no shot that I ripped aggro by applying a dot to something. That's insanity, dude. Absolute insanity. We also pulled the spider, so he just killed the... Yeah, it's definitely a... It's just one of those, man. Maybe we had our little streak going, and we've lost it, dude. Floodgate is just... It's just not it. But hey, honestly... Look, we had a lot of fails. But we honestly had... We had some... Nice work, Tank. That's what that guy said. Shift pools. You're toxic. Man. That's toxic. You don't need to type all that. That's kind of crazy. But look, we failed a lot of keys today, but we also had some times. We also have the Evoker to 3k now, so it's just this character. I think this character is going to really need some crests, is what we really need. So we're slowly going to be acquiring these. I'll slam some like 10s over the weekend, maybe do a couple like small upgrades for the Holy Priest. But this character is kind of well on its way. It may not seem like it, but also just remember, like, this character does not have good gear. Like, I might run and like kill Fractalus or some bosses on raid, trying to get the weapon to match this trinket. That'd be pretty huge. I might do some Soul Hunters over the weekend, trying to get some boots. So that, I don't know. Maybe Lumathars would be really nice on this character. But, yeah, we really just need to get some of this gear. Like, some of this gear is so far behind. But, Friday night is date night, so I'm going to go try to spend some time with my wife before she gets really busy tonight. So, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Honestly, it was a fun day. I'm just happy to be off the Evoker, dude. I'm so happy. So happy. But our IO is steadily getting up there. We honestly did some pretty big keys today, like the 13 Floodgate. I did not expect that to go as well as it did. But as always, I will see you all on Monday. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Y'all were so much fun to talk to today. Hopefully you all have a good weekend. Good luck in Remix. I might be playing some myself this weekend too if I get some time. But I have a lot of editing. I do want to make a guide on the Chi-Ji build that I'm doing in Raid. I think it's kind of crazy and no one's playing it, and I kind of want to just showcase it because I think it deserves it. So that might come this weekend. What was that raid trinket you mentioned last time for Monk Shenanigans? It is this one. This one. This character also has it, but this character can't really abuse it as well. But as a Mistweaver, I'm going to try to make a video on it this weekend, Mario. But as a Mistweaver, you can literally sit at 0% mana and be fine if you play a Chi-Ji build. So it's pretty goated. But Splash, you'll see more